It's me, Frankie. You're not dreaming.
I saw you at the hospital when I was sick.
Yeah, I was hoping you were too sedated to remember.
But why? I mean, is this for real? You're lying.
I know that it seems impossible.
But how?
It's complicated. And I promise you, I will explain it all to you. But you have to know one thing, Frankie. You've been with me every single day.
Frankie, why don't you go on inside with him, okay? And I'll be right here if you need me. It's okay.
Frankie, you must feel like your whole world's just been turned upside down.
Who are you telling?
It wasn't supposed to be this way. I never meant for you and your mother to find out about me.
So you stayed away on purpose.
I'll explain all that.
You know, explain to me how you're first dead, and then you turn up alive 20 years later.
I know. This must seem like some kind of trick.
No, more like every wish that I ever had. It just came true. My father, the man who I worshipped every day. You're alive.
I never thought I'd get this chance, Frankie. To see you again, alive.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good thing. You seeing me seeing you, but you gotta understand, Dad. I was a little boy when you disappeared. I needed you. How? Just... How could you abandon us like that?
Frankie, I never chose to leave this family.
It doesn't make any sense. You got shot. You were at the hospital for days. Mom was there. She heard your heart stop beating.
That wasn't real.
I was at your funeral.
It was all staged, Frankie, by the men that took me away. They needed people to think that I was dead.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't know at first. I just wake up in this room and feel like I've been asleep for years.
So you got kidnapped.
Listen, I don't want you to worry about all that, Frankie.
Dad, I have to know. What'd they do to you?
They held me as long as they could. They needed information. Frankie, you just need to know these were really, really bad men.
But you got away from them?
Yeah, they thought one of their hitmen took me out.
So why break cover now?
Because I knew you were in trouble and could possibly die. And I wanted to make sure I saw you one last time. Tell you I love you.
It's hard. At the age of 5, not understanding what death is. Listening to Mom cry herself to sleep at night.
I hate what this did to you and your mother, Frank.
You know, sometimes I used to think it was my fault that I did something to make you...
Talking about your fault. You were the greatest kid in the world.
And Mom, she did her best to try to make me understand that you were doing your job when you died, but it was still hard. I just wish that I'd have known back then that one day I was going to see you again.
You'll never know how much I wanted to see you, Frankie.
But you didn't come back. You waited all that time, all those years until you thought I was gonna die. And then you come back to see me?
I wanted to tell you I loved you. I wanted you to know that.
I always knew that. Mom kept that part of me alive, but neither one of us... We never got over losing you.
I know that, Frankie. And you You gotta believe the only reason I stayed away was to keep you and your mother safe.
Yeah, I know what you thought. But we needed you. And you weren't there. But you could have been.
Angela, if you don't take it easy, you're gonna dig yourself a trench.
I'm worried about Frankie.
He just got his father back. Once the shock wears off, he's going to be ready to celebrate.
How you doing with all this?
Feels like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare. Jesse and Frankie together in the same room after all these years.
Well, I think it does a heart good, right?
Well, you know, if it hadn't been for you suggesting that I take the train that day.
I'm just so glad you got your family back.
Angela, for what it's worth, I'm so sorry I couldn't tell you he was alive.
No, I know. He says he was protecting us, but I don't think he's given me the full story, Tad.
Well, I can't get it out of him, that's for sure.
Well, whatever Jesse's hiding, I have a feeling it's about me.